Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again, ready to break down some complex material, pull out the absolute must-knows, and hopefully make you feel really confident about it.
That's the plan.
Today, we're tackling something, well, pretty high level, both literally and figuratively. We're looking at upper winds and jet streams. And we're basing this on a really solid text that you, our listeners, shared with us, specifically aimed at helping you ace those ATPL theory exams.
Yeah, it's a good resource. It lays out the fundamentals of these big atmospheric players quite clearly. Our job today is to unpack that, connect the dots, and really focus on what you need for those exams.
Exactly. Think of this as your focused study session. We'll cover the forces involved, how we map these winds, what makes them tick, the different types out there, the turbulence they can cause.
And crucially, link it all back to the kinds of questions you're likely facing. Understanding this stuff isn't just academic. It's vital for planning flights, anticipating conditions, fuel calculations, the whole lot.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. We all have a basic idea of how wind works near the surface, right? Pressure gradient force pushing air, Coriolis bending it, friction messing things up near the ground.
Right, the standard model.
How does that change when we get way up high, say, at cruising altitudes?
Well, the interesting thing is the fundamental forces, the pressure gradient force, the Coriolis force, even centrifugal force, when the wind curves, they're all still very much in play.
Okay, so the drivers are the same. What's different then?
The big difference, the crucial factor, is the air itself. As you go higher, air density drops off significantly. There's just less air in the same volume.
Less stuff for the forces to push against, essentially.
Exactly. And this leads to a really key point from the source material. Because the air is less dense, the same pressure gradient force, the exact same push from high to low pressure, can accelerate that less dense air much more effectively.
Like pushing a feather versus a brick with the same effort.
Precisely. The source gives a great example. At 20,000 feet, where the density is roughly half of what it is at sea level, the wind speed resulting from the same pressure gradient can actually be double what you'd see at the surface.
Double. Wow. That inverse relationship between density and wind speed for a given PGF is... well, that's fundamental to understanding strong upper winds, then.
It really is. It explains why winds aloft are often so much stronger than down below. Even if the pressure patterns look vaguely similar, less resistance means more speed.
Okay, so faster winds because of lower density. But how do we even see these winds? We don't have weather stations every few miles up there, and surface pressure maps with isobars don't really apply, do they?
Good question. We need a different kind of map. The source introduces the essential tool here. Constant pressure charts. You'll also hear them called contour charts.
Constant pressure. So, unlike a surface chart where height is sort of constant sea level and pressure varies, here the pressure is constant across the whole chart.
You've got it. Imagine you're mapping out a surface where the atmospheric pressure is exactly the same everywhere, say 500 hectopascals or 500 HPA.
Okay.
The key thing is that 500 HPA pressure level isn't flat like a tabletop because the air below it isn't uniform. You've got warmer areas, colder areas, denser and less dense air. The actual height of that 500 HPA surface above sea level varies from place to place.
I see. So over a cold, dense air mass, you wouldn't have to go up as high to reach 500 HPA.
Exactly. The pressure drops off faster in cold air, so the 500 HPA level is found at a lower altitude. Over a warm, less dense air mass, pressure drops more slowly, so you have to climb higher to reach 500 HPA. That level is higher up.
So the chart shows the topography, the ups and downs of that specific pressure level.
Precisely. And the lines drawn on these charts connect points where that pressure level has the same height above mean sea level. These lines are called isohypses. They're like contour lines on a topographical map, but they show the height of a pressure surface, not the ground.
Isohypses. Okay, I need to remember that term.
Definitely. And the source gives us some typical pressure levels and their approximate flight levels or heights, which are good to have a feel for. 850 HPA is around FL 050, 700 HPA near FL 100, 500 HPA is the classic FL 180 level.
FL 180.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best.